Hi, teammates. Let's dive into some mysteries. So, I had a vision from the Lord. I see the truth spirit of Spinosaurus, mushroom, bull shark, mixed with tech and time, mixed with fire extinguisher. These are the three sides of the pyramid, and this spirit was in the Garden of Eden as a planter of exotic seeds to grow into trees and as a watering ship from above that he would transform into, like a Skynet drone, but sprinkles water and not lasers. He was helped by the trapezoid spirit, which was a camel mixed with a phalanx, and rowing unison spirit mixed with glass, mixed with black light. These are the four sides of the trapezoid. And this is number 0 of the hieroglyph, beginning top left. If you look at Wegaf from Egypt, 13th dynasty. So these are the four sides of the trapezoid. Both the trapezoid and pyramid would appear as the Skynet watering drone, and then they would transform into a Mexican in farmer garments with dreadlocks as they planted seeds. These seeds would become the nations. The Comforter and Solomon would pick the fruit and together, through a mad scientist process, place the fruit into matrix in mothers' wombs. The pyramid and the trapezoid had tents made of evil dinosaur skins. They would hunt the rogue dinosaurs and spiritually trap them into the dragon net spirit to be judged at end times. Gondel would send her good dinosaur spirits to learn from them. The pyramid and trapezoid were masters of the use of shadows and fought with a mixture of necromonger and Furian and berserker skills. No one could touch them. And then number 1 hieroglyph, top to left, just before Nightcrawler Camel. I see Wegaf killed 2 gematria numbers crunchers in a film about end times that was like The Running Man, but trippy like the number 23 Jim Carrey film. Everyone in Egypt and Hyksos and Ethiopia saw the film. It was called Tribesmen of the Digits. Wegaf was as a mutant game killer and killed the star of the show and his sexy female counterpart. Of course, they were replaced with clones and received a high when they died, but the deaths stuck with Wegaf, and the fame he received he was tortured by at night with guilt. He went through Prince of Tear type depression. Wegaf was looked at as a new type of film star, the bad guy who always wins. So this was during Egypt time. This was all Egypt 13th dynasty, and they had films back then, and this was all going on. I was very surprised by these visions today and how they turned out, possible replacement for Paul Walker up here in Daniel. But I was very surprised by these, and they kind of stuck with me. So, and this is all free-flowing, free vibing, so... Hieroglyph number 2, top right to dark, Ankh. When Wegaf died, he went back in time and was Nefertiabet. He had wished for this, to go back in time and correct some things with Egypt. She went to the dungeon instead of sacrificing children for medical study, which was big at the time, and she was able to disconnect the mouth from the serpent. She was able to have the bond to have the bend bow, like Lono Hawaiian myth, and wasn't a whore, although most princesses were. So that's big too. She was able to disconnect the mouth from the serpent, going back to the Genesis 3:15 type symbolism. So, and then hieroglyph number 4, middle top to bottom. After Nefertiabet, she went to the awakening time of USA as a Man in Black spirit, like the Men in Black film. Ezekiel 17 roots under him, misunderstood the killing of Pesci and Siriano as without high. BA are the fourth wire. Bed is wire, fourth, And then as mutant in Time Halo. Mound, Chris, Shahareless Heat film. Basically, the mound is the Australian type stuff, and there's an argument that the abomination of desolation is the stone that goes to the top of the corner. So keep that in mind. And yeah, this is what I saw. So take all this to the Lord. Hieroglyph number 4, of course, is up for debate, as usual. But these ones are the ones I saw in my visions. And like I said, I was very surprised by this one, that it had the phalanx. But that's what God wanted me to put down, so it's on there. So have a good night, teammates, and thank you. And take all this to the Lord.